Welcome to the Classical Barry Sax channel. Today we're going to be talking about Ferling number 6. I hope you listened to the video that I posted online of Ferling 6 and that you enjoyed it. Let's talk about some of the things that helped me learn this piece and some of the things that are a struggle and some things that went well. Let's get started. First off, I would just say that to practice this, I would slur it. Just slur it, okay? This will help your tone get consistent throughout the whole thing and help you to learn the notes first before you start adding in other things to complicate it. It would sound a little bit like this. And you'll notice that there were some spots that kind of like had breaks and stuff when I was just slurring through it, and so it helps you identify those spots that are kind of tricky in your instrument. Let's keep going. Another thing to mention is that I got this piece up to 60 as the dotted quarter note, where it's meant to get up to 76. We all know by now that I struggle with playing things really fast. So that was me. I only played this at 60 beats per minute if you want to set your metronome to try and see if you can get up to my speed. And hopefully you can get up to 76. And maybe I will someday soon. A huge trick for learning this piece was to practice it with the eighth note as the beat. It wants to be felt as the dotted quarter note gets the beat, but when you're first starting out, especially trying to play it slowly and learn it really slowly, definitely have the eighth note be the beat. And that's going to help you, especially in all those measures that have a dotted pattern on it. If you can't feel where your and is supposed to come in, then it's not going to ever come in correctly. So play it slowly, play it with the eighth note. Here's an example of what that would sound like, starting in pickups to the third line. And then yet again on line 4, measure 3. This is another spot with dotted and tied things where it's really going to help to feel the eighth note. Could you tell I was feeling every single eighth note? 1 and 2, a 3, 1 and 2, a 3. And that really helps you to line up your 30-second notes in this case, even though the way that I was thinking of them, they're more like 16th notes, which is just what we're more used to, you know? Let's keep going. That was flubby. Okay, this piece, I think it's so much fun. I love it. But it is very tricky in a lot of ways. In some ways, I feel like it's one of the easier fast ones because you can slur so much of it. There aren't as many crazy jumps. But one of the really, really tough things about this piece is where to breathe. There's just exactly 2 spots you are supposed to breathe. This piece is broken up into 3 parts. You've got the first 2 lines, and then the second 2 lines, and then the third 2 lines, you know? Every 2 lines, at the end of it, there is a 8th note rest, and that is your only spot to breathe. And I couldn't quite make it there on a couple of my breaths. I couldn't make it to those spots. So what do? In slow pieces, people will often play with the time a little bit, make it rubato so that they can take a chance to breathe and then come back in. And it's fine because it's a slow piece. You can play with the time. But with a fast piece like this, you want it to just keep cranking. So I tried to instead shorten notes or get rid of them entirely to sneak in breaths and be able to stay right on the beat. But if you remember listening to my recording, the very last line there, I couldn't quite do it. I tried to make a note shorter and come in right on time after my breath, and it was late. It was totally late, and the feeling of, of this song plowing forward just kind of halted and felt weird. I'm really trying to shoot for doing this song in 3 breaths for the 3 parts that it's split up into. But if you can't, try to eliminate a note maybe, or find a place where you can shorten a note to sneak a breath in. Good luck. And that concludes my tutorial for Ferling number 6. I hope you enjoyed it, and good luck learning this piece.